And we are live with Interchain Live. Thanks for joining us. We have Arnaud Saint-Paul on today with the Give project, and I'm broadcasting from Vermont. Arnaud, you are in the UK, right?
In London, yes. Nothing
London.
here.
Awesome, awesome. So we are talking a little bit about blockchain technology today in terms of how it can increase charity through the transparency and accountability offered by the public ledger, and how we can implement it to educate people and advance the human cause. So with that in light, Arnaud and I have connected over his project Give. And so, Arnaud, share with us a little bit about what your vision is for Give.
Okay, so thank you for having me, number one. Number two, I mean, we're building this token for kids to learn how to give to charities. The environment of a school usually is not helping individuals to really express their own inner creativity or their way to give to others. And we really want to create an ecosystem that fosters such expressions of themselves to help our kids thrive, right? Mm-hmm. And not only that, but also provide an environment where they can learn how to manage money as well, because this is something that is very much lacking in today's schools. So let me show you a few slides. So this way we can start the conversation. And here we go, start screen share. And here you should see in our beautiful PowerPoint, and I'm gonna put play from current slide. Here we go, awesome. So it's a cryptocurrency that helps kids give to charities and others in need, get a financial education as well. We foster kids' ability to help and support others from giving money, meaning the Give token, or volunteering as well. That's part of the experience. We improve their capacity to handle financial transactions, how to save, to invest money. That is very important as well. And we prepare them to the crypto world of tomorrow, and we can discuss that afterwards. So it's decentralized education. We obviously have the transparency and immutability from the blockchain, social education, and obviously automated trust. So the Give ecosystem, to give you a better idea, is composed. So it's in school. Mm-hmm. You have the kids, of course, the parents who are providing their allowances through the Give token. And then you have many different types of third parties, whether the charities, the seller of goods, sponsors, technology providers. All of them are curated by the community. In other words, it's a very decentralized system where everybody, or meaning the school and the parents, really choose what is best for their kids. And all these third parties are being offered to the community, then the community opt them in, and therefore they can provide their services to the kids and the community at large. The Give token will not only being used for philanthropy, but also for saving and investments, for exchanging between them, for purchasing or selling goods and services, and for good behavior bonuses. We're starting in September with 10,000 kids in Thailand. And long term, we estimate we'll be able to give 500 million to charities, local charities or global ones. Excellent. Just to give you a better understanding.
Are you running the slides right now, Arnaud?
Yeah.
You are. I don't think your screen is sharing, though.
Oh, okay. Let me see again. I thought, oh, yeah, I did select it, though. Okay.
So and just so that in case anybody is doing their own research, what is your URL for the Give project?
What is my what?
The URL, your web address?
Oh, give.si.
Give.si.
Give.si, SI for social impact.
Oh, awesome. Give.si, yeah. SI for social impact. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. We're starting a little fad around that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So that do you see the slides now?
Yes, we see the slide.
Okay, so this was the first one I talked about first. And
Right.
then we have here the give ecosystem with the schools and third parties and the kids and the parents.
Yep.
And then the last one that I wanted to show is the value model where we have the gift coin. So we're basically creating we're creating an ecosystem where many different type of stakeholders will come and bring more value to the community, whether they are content partners that bring curriculums or tech partners that bring in devices or softwares that empowers the use of by the kids or the parents, the charities, of course, and the schools. So all of these are really stacking up a little bit like Android with the devs and all that. So we're doing the same thing. We're implementing the same thing.
Okay.
So it's very interesting to see. So not only we want to create a self-perpetuous system that is positive in its own definition, right? That goes towards more and more abundance, but also at the same therefore we want to add more and more value because
Right. Absolutely.
we want to add more people that will bring in more value, like games, educational games, and stuff like that that will help the kids to grow. And to the same extent, we want to enable them to do mini ICOs in the schools and create their own companies and so on and so forth. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. And of course, experiment with governance models and consensus models and really.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. What a great opportunity
And plus,
education.
we think that having a kid that starts 5 years old in a blockchain driven world, that's going to be staggering what he or she can do with it long term. Yeah, I mean, we're conditioned, you and I, by our upbringing, which is not blockchain related.
Right.
Me more than you, so the kids will, be born in it, and that's going to be awesome, and we can learn from them a lot, actually.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's amazing because we're in this space where it's constantly like we're one step ahead of ourselves, right? We've got governments, in every direction of the world right now coming on board and figuring out that, oh, hey, we need to figure out what's going on with this blockchain technology because some of our constituents just might be important.
Yeah.
Whereas these systems are governance models and they are economic systems and they essentially are the tools that our governments operate on.
Yeah.
Just the way that our systems operate, they're not flexible, they're not transparent, they're not, they're not necessarily working directly for the people that they're supposed to be serving. They're working through bureaucratic layers. And this transparency can really open that door. And who better than kids to come at a technology without barriers and boundaries and actually discover how to use it to solve real problems because they don't have the preconceptions and predispositions of us old folks.
Right, exactly. And plus, what is interesting what we're seeing is that as you start creating ecosystems like that, you can actually start at the same time to level up the inequalities between kids in this case, because some kids have parents that have some finances, others don't. So we can skew a little bit at an individual level to give more token to the kid that do not have, even though we do really want also the kid that do not have to find ways to earn more tokens, right? And
Right.
In previous experiments that our team have seen, we've seen people, or kids in this case, really come up with amazing ideas and go after them and earn a lot more than the kids that did have.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also the kids that do have can explore the knowledge of who has what and look for ways to give, to be charitable, or more importantly, to give of themselves to create something that helps solve that problem.
Exactly.
That's really exciting. So you guys, how many kids are involved in the experiment?
Well, the experiment, we want to involve 10,000 kids, so 5 different schools, to be able to test out what are the different thresholds within the economy to make it work and to optimize not only the growth factor, but from a virality standpoint, but also the velocity of the economy. And once we've carried out a study that should last a year, then we can spread it out to more. We want to go careful in the sense that it's a safe and secure environment for kids, and we want to do things the right way so that there is no screw up, between quotes. That's not possible.
Sure. Well, and that's a good question. Now, how are you identifying some of the candidates, or do you already have schools identified that you were going to work with?
Yeah, we already have the schools identified. We know their names and so on.
And so what characteristics or qualities, though, not necessarily disclose who they are if you don't want to, but what are the key about the municipalities or what around them makes it really attractive?
I think for the moment we're not too choosy. It's more like a size kind of thing. Okay. Where, above 1,000 kids, I think we're good. Because you want to have enough people in the school so that the economy can start taking hold. If I create an economy with 2 people, you very quickly finish the number of transactions we can make.
Very easy to skew the value of something with just 2 people in conversation.
So 300 could be another number. We can start with 1,000 and we'll test other scenarios, but
well, it's interesting. I've been thinking a lot about this in terms of, economies of scale and how things interact well. And there's this sort of age-old number of 150, right? That's the number of people that we can typically deal with and interact with without technology. Now that we have technology, a YouTuber can have millions of subscribers, but we've evolved over thousands of years with this ability to sort of keep track of and interact with about 150 people. And it seems like there's a lot of, sense to taking that information in our attempts to design these economies and ecosystems of scale that will work and remain balanced and interweave with one another.
Right.
There's a sweet spot to look for.
It feels sometimes that we're designing an eBay for a few hundred people. Right. So how would that work? And you need some critical mass. The question mark is up to starting from what level, and also maybe we might end up having different type of economies. Ones that are cashing in the parents' money and therefore cash out. Others wouldn't have that option enabled, etc. So we'll have to discover, basically. And we're like any blockchain. We're not doing high-end technology, but we're definitely doing going into the leading edge of social technology in that sense. And so we're looking to grow the teams that really understand the challenges and figuring out what are the best options for the kids and therefore for humanity in general.
Awesome. And I'm sure you have a roadmap somewhere too on the website, but what is sort of like next step or, what I'm getting at is how could other schools or parents that are interested kind of keep tabs on what you're doing and maybe get involved in the next phase of experimentation or expansion?
I mean, as described on our website, give.si, where you can subscribe and be kept posted. The next milestones for us are in June. We want to have an MVP, a minimum viable product for age 10, and so that we can test it out with a few kids, and also prepare all the curriculums around the app. And by September, we would start the pilot with 10,000 kids, which is a bit of a nice challenge to have.
Yeah.
In Thailand. And then after 9 months, after a year of scholar year, then we regroup and scale up. Many challenges to go, and amazing ones and fun ones, I think. And in the near future, it's all about putting together the right resources, the right people, the right partners, financial partners, or partners.
Yeah.
And really, it would be my wish to see if we can showcase Give as an amazing application of what blockchain is about. Blockchain is really about, it's not about the money, it's about what it can do and how it can change the world. And I believe Give is an amazing example of that. And we would like to sparkle kind of a worldwide discussion around giving through the use of blockchain in this case.
Excellent, excellent. This is really exciting work, and I think you're right. I think that your project really showcases what blockchain is capable of, and what a lot of the people who originally got into blockchain are interested in it for, right? Or got into Bitcoin even to begin with. Sure, yeah, you could make money on it, but that wasn't really why most people were buying it for those years. It was because of the uncorrelation, the dissonance that it created in our system that actually helps us get to the root of our problems and start to provide solutions.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest problems, my opinion, is lack of transparency in charitable giving. That we have lots of dollars that float into these non-governmental organizations, and a relatively small portion of them often serves the real end purpose. And even if the dollars are doing what we think they're supposed to be doing, the actual 10-year result is not what we are trying to accomplish. We still end up with people dependent on systems. And it's important that we really start to explore what it means to give, how and why it's important, and
what impact it has as well.
Exactly, what the impact really is. What are the true results? And the way we do that is through transparent, immutable histories, so that we can go back and look at that information and think about the decisions we made at that time and make better ones moving forward. And what better place to start, again, with kids. People talk about how important financial education is, and various types of literacy, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is kids got to learn how to learn. They have to learn how to assess risk, and they have to learn how to identify when they're trusting, who they're trusting, and why they're trusting. And if we can get to those core characteristics of our education, we can let the kids figure out the rest. They'll go the directions. They'll build the wonders of the world, and they'll solve the problems, and they'll make the medicines. But at first, they have to learn how to learn and be students and engage. So I'm really excited to see where Give goes. I really appreciate the hard work in it, and I look forward to finding future ways for Interchain Live to collaborate with you guys and spread the word of what you're doing. And happy to help in any way we can. So thanks for joining us, Arnaud.
Thank you. Have an amazing day.
Absolutely. And you as well, all those folks out there, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to chat, comments, questions. We'll be happy to follow up in the future. Have a great day.